I'm going to talk for just a second, but if you want to skip that and kind of go right into it, just click there. I said just click there, but I actually meant skip to that. You can't, if you click the screen, you'll just pause it, as you probably realized. Just skip to that. This was a review I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do or do well for BenQ, because let's face it, I like BenQ, and I'm going to be honest with you, this review might be a little bit more for me because it's BenQ, and I would like to do some stuff with BenQ because I like their projectors a lot. However, this is not a projector. This isn't the Zowie affiliated gaming stuff. This isn't a monitor. This isn't anything like that. This is a unique product that I had a hard time with. And when they emailed me and asked me if I wanted to take a look at it, the answer was, I'm not sure. I don't know what I can do with this. I mean, I look at their price tag on it. I went and visited their page that they were launching, which is now launched for it. And I said, I'm not really sure what this means to people that might watch me. I'm not really sure what this means to anyone really, because my first impression was, it's a light that clips onto your laptop and it's $100. So I spent a lot of time kind of talking back and forth with this person. They were like, look, no big deal. You want to take a look at it? Take a look at it. Say what you think. If you think it's too expensive, it's too expensive. Okay, I respect that. If you're going to let me say what I want to say, let's do it. Spoiler alert, there is a really good purpose for this light, and I'm actually kind of behind it now after looking at it and testing it out and just having some really good feedback from some outside people that helped me go, bing. So anyways, let's jump right into it. This is BenQ's new mobile, more portable version light bar. This is for something like a laptop, and while you might be thinking, well, it's $100 for a light that goes on my laptop, just like I was thinking, that seems a little bit pricey and kind of silly. While when you go to their website especially, and all you see is things like business executives and people in suits wearing it, and some people in brightly lit rooms with it on top of their laptop, it makes you go, why? What is this? Who is this really for? Well, my boss, who's a pretty smart guy, walked up and he knew that I've been contemplating what to do with this for a while. Not my boss of 8-6, I'm the only, this is a one-man show here, but boss in the real world was just kind of like, is that light you were talking about? And I said, yeah. He goes, something like this would be great. And I said, great for what? He said it would be great for things like in the cars, at nighttime, people in fleets that work construction late at night, that are truck drivers, that are police, fire, and medical. And I got to thinking, hey, you're not wrong there. Which will lead me to a point of criticism, something I do want to say that I think BenQ should definitely consider doing, and changing maybe their target audience to something like that. While this is great for people on the go in hotel rooms, maybe students that need an extra light somewhere in their dorm where they're not bothering somebody, I think that there's a bigger market slightly missed and not targeted here. I will say, if you're paying $100, you do get something that feels like you paid $100 for it. It's not some cheap plasticky material. It's got really nice glass. There's a lot of illumination inside of it with these LED lights. There's a bunch of LED lights in there actually. I was kind of surprised by that. And some of them are designed to shoot out to the sides, which is pretty cool because it gives you that left and right space. But quality overall is pretty impressive. It's definitely a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be. So to the left and to the right, you get 1 foot of light pretty much that kind of overlaps. As you can see here in this demo, when you turn it on, you get that little bit of space to your left, a little bit of space to your right. That way you can see what you're doing outside of your laptop keyboard. It has a pretty large range to angle, so you can angle it all the way in to see how dusty your glassy screen is, which by the way, I used the Xiaomi Notebook Pro on purpose because I wanted to see how anti-reflective it really was. It did pretty good. Sorry baby, they did well. Going down the bar, we'll take a look at a couple things on it. It is capacitive touch, which means that you pretty much just touch it like a touch screen on your phone, on anything that's really touch screen. It will sense your touch. It's not actual tactile buttons, and this makes it nice so that you're not pushing on something and pushing your laptop screen all over the place. You can set a favorite. Setting your favorite is done by pressing the heart once you found a color and brightness that you like. That way you can always go back to that favorite. When you set the favorite, the heart will be illuminated. In the middle you'll see a bar, one that has an orange arrow and a blue arrow, and in between there is going to be the sunlight for brightness, and then a thermometer looking gauge for temperature control. As the arrows indicate, if you're under temperature control, the blue will make it more of a blue-white light, and the orange will make it more of a warm orange light. The thing does get pretty bright. One of the complaints might be that it doesn't get dim enough. While it does get pretty dim, somebody that I did let borrow it said that it just didn't feel like it got dim enough when they wanted it to be a darker situation. More on that in a minute. There's also auto control. If you hit the auto control, the light sensor at the very far left of the bar is going to detect how much light, what kind of light it is, and it's going to adjust the light appropriately. Within the app itself, it's even better than that because you can set it to detect sunset based on what internet time is or your computer is set to, and when sunset happens, it will change it from a harsher bright light to a more warm light automatically. And then of course the very last capacitive touch button over there is the power button to turn it on and off. Pretty self-explanatory. Now the light does connect over USB, so that's pretty simple. As long as you have a USB available for it, you just plug it in and it reaches fine. The clip has really nice soft padding on it too, so if you're worried about it damaging your laptop, don't, because it's pretty soft and it's just well thought out, very well engineered device. This light bar is just simple. They really made it super easy, and I was impressed by that. You can plug it in and use it without the app entirely, or you can plug in the app and have a little extra control even over your own monitor brightness, something that I think is pretty cool. Now I kind of got a beta version of the software, so more things may come in the future, but as of right now, it is what it is. Super easy to use. You don't have to be some computer genius to figure it out, I'm telling you. So where, again, I think that this is going to be the best market is for someone that's going to buy them for like a fleet of cars, whether you're late night construction people out there writing up contracts, or your law enforcement. And this is why I want to add a little bit of input to something I think they could do differently. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed in the past, if you've ever seen inside a police car that's parked, if there's a red light on. That red light isn't to look scary, that's just an added benefit for them. What that red light does is help them see without making their eyes go through harsh adjustments from white to dark. I think that adding a red light in here would be good because it's a lot less bad on your eyes to go from that environment where you need to see something out into a dark environment. That's really kind of a safety thing for the most part. So while a lot of them have the white dome lights, they also have the option to hit a button and turn it red, and this helps. Now, that's something that the two guys that I let look at this actually said to me, is they said if only it had a red light, it would be perfect. And I tend to agree. Fun fact, if you didn't know this, I learned this from my little Girl Scouts, it takes your eyes about 20 minutes to adjust from bright lights to darkness. So a red light would be very beneficial in this situation if they just had the option of, hey, red light at night. But besides that, I really think that this is more for who that's for. Truckers, fire department, police, anybody that's out working at night that has a computer set up in their car on a laptop stand that needs that extra light when they're working on something. I know this isn't the review that a lot of you would probably expect, and nor does it really kind of meet my niche, but at the same time, it's kind of for me because it's BenQ, and BenQ didn't tell me I had to do this any certain way, so I'm gonna give it to them as best I can what I think. I do think it's a little bit pricey at $100, but at the same time, after having it, I feel like you kind of get what you pay for with it. It is a nice light, I give them that. If you make a few changes, BenQ, and really target it towards the people that could really benefit from this in a fleet situation at night, I think that this thing's a hit. Anyways, guys, I got some more fun stuff coming up when I get to it. Of course, it's baseball going on, and I've got kids that love baseball, so I'm doing that a lot. You guys have a great day, night, whatever it is, and I'll see you in the next video that I do.